welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Darkness. This is very random, but I was like wondering, is it even possible for the starters to evolve in this one? And then I looked it up, and apparently you've got to, well, after you defeated Darkrai, you have to recruit both Palkia and Dialga, and we're going to recruit Palkia in this part, and you've also got to have Manphy on your team, and he's got to tell you about the Marine Resort or something. I'm not sure if this is accurate or not, but once we recruit Palkia, apparently we'll be able to evolve at last. Right, then. Right, yo, Spacial Rift, we're coming for you, man! This is the only mystery dungeon in... I mean, really, I didn't really give a shit when I played it the first time I played it about, like, evolving starter Pokemon, because you know how I am with these starter Pokemon. I'm like, who cares? I don't need to evolve them. I didn't particularly want to, so I didn't really look much into it, you know? I mean, I know how it's possible to get the ones in the previous one to evolve, but this one's a bit different, really, isn't it? Wait, can we recruit anyone here now? Yes, we can! Well, it's good that we can recruit a Magnezone here, because I don't know how to evolve to a Magnezone. Seriously, I don't know how to evolve to most of these new Sinnoh region Pokemon. Well, they're not even considered new anymore, because now you've got the newest region that I don't even know the name of and don't particularly care. All I can comment on about the newest ones is there's a chandelier and an ice cream cone. It's weird as hell. Seriously, and they still haven't made a dolphin Pokemon. You'd think they'd go for that before they sink low enough to have a chandelier and ice cream cone Pokemon. I mean, if they've run out of ideas, why don't they think of something like that? Seriously. Fools, I tell you, fools. I could come up with better ideas. I wouldn't be able to come up with names, though. I mean, what really could you call them exactly, anyway? Where's the stairs? What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, about the Sinnoh region Pokemon. Hello, Magnezone. You're one of them, aren't you? Boom! Right. Wait, no, I wasn't talking about Sinnoh region, was I? I was talking about the newest region, wasn't I? Who cares? Yow! You know what? Give it about 1 or 2 more years and there'll be another 100 or so Pokemon. Just you watch. You just wait. It'll happen, man. It'll happen. It's just seriously stupid. I mean, you don't need to make new Pokemon every freaking time. Just come up with a fucking better story. Sorry about the language and all, but seriously, that's what they should do. Come up with a better story. Come up with a better plot, for crying out loud. I mean, they've kept to the same crappy formula over and over again for years now and haven't really done anything with it, really. Except for in a few games. But then they reuse the ones they use in those games. Seriously. Nintendo, you need to come up with something more original than go get the gym badges, challenge the random Pokemon League that always has a dragon Pokemon trainer usually, and then we shall have you face a bunch of random villains that have very stupid reasons for doing anything, and then you will have to complete the Pokedex, which is impossible because, it's impossible. Eruption, how strong is Eruption? Inflicts damage to the target, the higher the user's HP, the greater damage. It throws out frozen Pokemon. Okay, then. Sure, get ready to tackle for it, I suppose. Yeah, oh yeah, time for my level up. You made me lose track of what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the villain thing, yes. It's just pointless, I mean, they just really, there's really no point to the villains at all. They're just like, we're going to do this and do this for very crappy motive reasons. And why? Because we want to make it seem like we have a dark story, even though we don't. Seriously. It's just like, we're just here to make it a little, slightly, if only for a little while, interesting, somewhat plot. Otherwise you just have gym battles and the Pokemon League and you'd have nothing else. And don't you agree that every time that you, like, see the National Pokedex given to you usually by Professor Oak and stuff like that, don't you just want to punch the son of a bitch in the face? Just like, Professor Oak, if you're so obsessed with completing the Pokedex, do it your damn self! I mean, I could finish the National Dex, and you'll, like, come back to me 2 years later and be like, oh, another 100 Pokemon to be discovered. Rare ones, some of which you have to go to events to get. You must complete the Pokedex. Shut up, Professor Oak, I'm not doing this anymore. But why? Because, Professor Oak, your Pokedex will never be fully completed, because Nintendo won't stop making new Pokemon. But you've got to complete the Pokedex for me. Why don't you do it yourself, you old bastard? You haven't aged in years. Yes, but that may be true, but I'm still old. No, Professor Oak, shut the hell up and frickin' do it yourself. Seriously. I actually completed the Hoenn region Pokedex at one point, though. Well, no, actually, I didn't, actually. Now that I think about it, I had to use cheats just to complete that as well. Because you've got Deoxys and stuff like that. I mean, you can get Jirachi, and you can get the Regis, and you can get, Latios, and stuff like that. You can get Kaio, Groudon, Rayquaza, but you can't get Deoxys without a fricking stupid event thing. I mean, just put the bastards in the game. And it's the same with the Kanto region. Why didn't they have Mew in the original? Well, it wasn't even the original. Well, I'm on about, like, Leaf Green and Fire Red now, I am. Why didn't they just put them in that one as well? What's the point in having Mewtwo and not have Mew? Just put the fricking Pokemon in it, or at least have another game that you can transfer it to that can get him. I mean, that's what Pokemon Colosseum was for in a way. Just so you can get Ho-Ho. And because the Japanese are stingy bastards, apparently, because they didn't let Celebi be in the English version. It's like, oh, we'll give Celebi to the Japanese from Pokemon Colosseum, but we will not allow it to be possible in the yes, the English version, yes. I mean, what the hell was that for, like, seriously? We wanted Celebi, man. We got Ho-Ho, and then we got Lugia in the sequel, which I haven't played. And yeah, at least they give you Lugia and Ho-Ho, and then they give you Jirachi with Pokemon Channel. But then you got Deoxys, you have to go to an event thing for it and all that, and it's just blah! I did it, I just leveled up. I mean, I'm just ranting now, aren't I, basically? Wow, you actually got actual stats that time. Now, where was I on the ranting? Ow! Piss off, you bastard! But yeah, there's always at least one Pokemon in the region that you will need an event for no matter what, because they'll never release the Pokemon officially in any game you can transfer it from. It's just retarded, and it needs to stop. Seriously. Nintendo, fricking do something right for a change and actually fricking have it so you can get all the Pokemon in one game. Of course, they'd be like, oh, no, we can't do that. If we're going to do that, then we'll release 2 versions of the game, and have it so that you have to have both versions, and be able to transfer both versions, so you'll have to have 2 DSs or something like that, I don't know. So you can transfer them to complete the Pokedex. Seriously, I hate version-exclusive Pokemon, it's just a pointless freaking money fucking thing. Well, at least I'm talking about something other than just going this way, that way. I mean, I'm actually just full-out ranting now, I don't even know why. Very random, isn't it? But seriously, man. Release a Pokemon game that actually has it so you can get every Pokemon. If you're gonna give you the National Pokedex, make it possible without cheats, you moron. I mean, And, I mean, some of you viewers are bound to have at least at one point used the cheat to complete the National Pokedex and talked to Professor Oak and he's just like, oh my goodness, you've completed the Pokedex. I have nothing else to say, this is just extraordinary. And stuff like that. Just like, well, Professor Oak, I went through all that trouble to do that, and that's all you've got to say. You tosser. Seriously, it makes it all the more pointless. It's like, why should I complete the Pokedex? What's in it for me? Nothing. Oh, well, screw that then. Well, you'll get a sense of accomplishment that you have no real life, and that you had so much free time that you completed what is basically impossible without cheats. So, in actuality, you probably use a cheat because, well, unless you're just so dedicated that you went to all the events at the time, then I don't see how you were able to complete this Pokedex. I bet there are people out there that completed the Pokedex without using cheats, and those are the ones that probably went to every event that ever happened with it. And that must have been a freaking bitch. Can you imagine the freaking amount of times they've had to freaking travel across the country just to freaking get a Pokemon in a game? I mean, damn. I'm obviously referring about the Game Boy Advance one. I've heard something about the DS one. You don't need to go to events and stuff like that. They do it like, so you can just get it from the DS itself also. And I don't freaking know. I don't care about the events thing. It's like, if it's not in the game, then what's the point in even having it? Seriously. If you're going to have a complete Pokedex, put every Pokemon into the game. If you don't do that, then there's no point in having the National Pokedex, because then it's just a cheap way of trying to make more money and make people freaking get dragged halfway across the world or country or whatever just to get one Pokemon, and we're in an all-monster house.